So there's an Ethiopian guy who was interviewed. He's saying he has an organization representing foreign-owned SPAZA shops. He's saying that he's happy that the government has extended the registration processes of SPAZA shops with yet again 2 months this time around, not 21 days. So even to those who are not aware, those who don't know, South Africans or foreigners, you must know that the time whereby the government said they are giving you 21 days is over, and then the government is extending the time by 2 months. So around somewhere around next year, 2025, February, the registration days will end. So you must know that as a South African, you must know that as a foreigner. If maybe you want to open a business, there's 2 more months for you to get your shit in order. But listen to this guy, what he's saying here.
Mixed feelings about the 2-month extension to the SPAZA shop registration deadline. While some shop owners have welcomed the decision, others believe they still need more time as the process is complicated. Government says the extension is necessary to ensure that the sector is properly regulated. For reaction on this, I'm joined by Frikayosis Daniel. He is from an organization representing foreign-owned SPAZA shops. The organization is called ANGA Association. Mr. Daniel, good evening to you, and thank you for your time. Let's start with the reaction from the community that does not come from South Africa, but they operate SPAZA shops. Let's start with the extension to the deadline to the month of February next year. How has that been received?
Thank you, my friend Polly, and thank you for having me on this show. This morning we have heard this news from the Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs Minister. We are very grateful about this news because there have been lots of complaints. We have been putting the cases, the situations we have been through. So we are grateful about considering it and allowing us another 2 months of extension, because this allows us to completely do this task effectively. Because when the time is so short, you want to do things properly. So we are so grateful about it, and this will also help us to review and refine the way we have been handling the business. So we cannot belittle the issue. It is about the lives of 38 children. We understand how painful it is to lose even one life. We know how painful it is for a mother to lose her child. So we consider it seriously, and we are so grateful that the extension has been allowed. However, the same way that you have been saying it, the cases that we have been saying that there are still applications that we have not received. We have been applying to the Department of Home Affairs for the renewal and the new applications. Even though the extension has been allowed for 2 more months, still the problem would remain to be there. Because we have not received documents that are required to receive those registration, to go through the registration. We always have to be grateful about what has been done, because this will give us a relief. Because whenever you are on a race against the deadline, there is a stress. The story of deadline, it started in the 1860s in the America's prison. So when there is deadline, you always feel you're going to be die. But it's good to hear this, but there is still an issue with us because of the documents we have never received from the Department of Home Affairs.
There's a point you made earlier about you getting a chance to do things the right way. I don't know if I heard you.
To review.
To review.
We don't blame. We don't shift the blame. We don't only say. We don't only ask for what we need. We also review ourselves. We have been hearing that shops there are things that we should sit and discuss with our members.
What do you believe you've been doing wrong?
Not wrong. Sanitary issues. We have been discussing on it. Sanitation issues related to sanitation. I was here last week. I think that's on Sunday. And I have been telling that we are not the ones who produce those food sold. We are not the ones who make those things, but we are the ones who sell. So even though you are selling it, there might be inconveniences. So we'll work on it. We'll see if there are things we're going to review. We don't push the blame, but we'll review. Okay. But still, the mere problem is not us. It's the circle as it is.
But there is one area where I doubt you are going to be able to defend, and that is to sleep in the same shop that you sell food. Surely that is wrong. That's
another thing that we have to refine or review. We have to meet up, we have to discuss, we have to think about it. You know, this thing of SPAZA shop, it's of teen marriages. It's not a business where you make hundreds, thousands. It's where you collect coins. So there are too much inconveniences. However, if the government or if anyone blames about it, we have to discuss about it. We have to find out on how to sort out this problem.
Yeah. But surely it's normal for people to question you sleeping in a shop that sells food. In terms of just hygiene, that is not correct. Why is it that your members have been doing that?
Yeah, I've tried to address it. This is, we are migrants. We are asylum seekers. We are here. You know, there are lots of things. And the point I have mentioned about the benefit, the coin, that it shows that it's full of problems. The business has a lot of problems. It tasks a lot of things. So it's a business type that does not entice people, that doesn't allure people. So I and the members of the community would admit it, and that's what I say. We will review, we will refine, we will go through our members and say, this is something that has been being blamed, that has been being mentioned by the Department of Home Affairs, by the Department of Health, by the country, by the community, by our customers as well.
Yeah.
So we will work on it.
Talk to me about organophosphate. Is this substance, is this a chemical that some of your members keep in their shops?
I cannot comment on it because I don't think our members would be responsible about it. It's too tough because the president as well didn't directly mention it, or it is not related to us, to those who are in the shop. It's hard for me to comment on it. However, if it's related to the sanitation, that's something we can work on it. We can get rid of.
Okay. Let's talk about the registration process for a moment. The understanding, or at least the outcry, and you would have heard the minister today when he was making this announcement of an extension, that fronting is not allowed. It is a criminal offense. Now, what fronting is, simply put, if a South African
on behalf of
is going to go and register on behalf of a foreign national, that is not being truthful to the authorities.
Yes.
Is that something that you have raised sharply with your members?
Even though I don't have an evidence about it, but we, Ethiopians or members of Anganga, we strongly condemn this act because it undermines the integrity of the process. We always should stick to the legal route, the legal pathway. You know, people could think this as an easy way out because, you know, with the registration requires documents, ID, asylum, blah, blah, blah. When they don't get that, they would come to the plan B, which might be fronting, which we strongly condemn because this undermines the legal process. I'm here to ask for the legal process, so isn't it? So the same way I am here for the legal procedure, I teach my members to follow the legal pathway because every legal action would lead to undesired consequence. So we don't want this to be done among our members. So the one that I've been saying, the refining, we will also work on it. We'll check if we have members who are doing this fronting thing. We'll tell them that don't do this.
Okay.